Bud had his hat.
Welcome to the West Hat Show. Microphones of Madness. Tonight we are playing some Pulp Cthulhu. What else is new? Two-Headed Serpent by Chaosio. A bunch of Brits wrote it.
Which is interesting because we haven't been to England once.
Or has there been tea sipping?
Are we really on episode 6? I thought we were on like episode 10.
No. Episode 6. So, take it away, Nick. Nick is running this thing. He's going to do a recap.
But first, we have to say rest well to Adam West.
Everybody do the Batusi or Batusi.
I am doing the Batusi.
Sorry.
Get to it, old chum.
Goodbye, Grey Ghost.
I have my bat shark repellent.
Goodbye, Galloping Gazelle.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Mayor of
Batman.
Quahog.
Adam Wee.
Adam Wee.
Goodbye, mayor of whatever town Scooby-Doo set in, because he was the mayor there too.
Strange. Okay. Last session, you guys made your way to a cave outpost where you discovered the locations of several places of interest to the Inner Night Circle. You guys are also were able to evacuate everybody. Well, you guys didn't evacuate everybody. The army was able to evacuate everybody out of the area before the explosive device went off. So you guys were able to discover the locations of several places of interest, and you guys are now headed back to New York.
And we
found out
Serpent
that
Man
our
on fire.
handler was replaced by a snake person.
Gotcha.
And we set him on fire.
So, once you guys get back, first question that Dr. Consolves has for you is, where is Shapiro and what happened to him?
I don't know, but I think I need to go to a flight school.
Are we all together or are we in separate?
No, you guys are all in the same room this time. And he's pretty much asking you what happened, but opening with that question.
We give him the same recap you just gave the audience.
Okay.
Aliens.
He says, so you were able to find some involvement of the internet.
You got infiltrated homes?
It is very discouraging that Shapiro was able to get compromised so easily, but these things tend to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, you should hire a special prosecutor.
Get Mueller on the case. He asks if there's anything else that you would like to put on the record that happened in Borneo or anything like that.
Yeah, you send another bomb into a humanitarian situation, I will burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Duly noted, and yes, it was a poor choice on our end, but
Oh, and what's a dole? Because there may have been one.
He looks a bit confused and doesn't really understand what you're talking about.
Okay, just so we know that you know less than we do about everything. That's cool.
So, seeing as our plane was ransacked and our pilots snatched from their seats, and I had to land the plane, you think you could fit the bill for me going to pilot school? I think it'd be an amazing investment.
Perhaps we could look into that for now, but we actually need you for some more work immediately. So if you will follow me down the corridor. And at that point, you guys can make your luck advancement rolls, or whatever you want to call them. Development rolls.
I saw this big thing while you're there. Could have taken it down, but it ran away.
Did we do skill increases? yet?
Yeah.
Did we do that last time, or
Oh, I don't know. I only have.
Did it after the last session. Or at least
Okay.
it was suggested after the last session, and I don't know who all did it or didn't.
okay? Well, if you didn't do it, go ahead and do that. If you did, then don't.
Sit here and eat my potato chips. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are screwed. I rolled my 01 of the night on the luck roll.
Oh.
But doesn't that mean you're screwed?
No, because generally when I roll, it's to help the rest of you.
Ooh.
My luck's maxed out, so I don't even get to roll.
As is mine. Now. It's now maxed out.
Has everybody made the rolls, or are you still
Yeah.
doing something, Steve? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just doing just continue. I'm just.
A dole is a canine native to Central, South, and Southeast Asia.
Ooh.
So a cannon, a big ass thing in the woods.
I didn't go for him.
Southeast Asia. That sounds like a good hunting ground.
Red, we wish we could shoot it with.
As you guys are walking down the corridor, you pass by several doors. And there's one open door. Rodney, as you pass by it, your character is able, or Woodrow is able to see the mummy that you guys brought back from Bolivia, inside strapped into like a dentist chair type thing. And there are several people in like surgical clothing, masks, goggles, and such, and they are administering some form of injection to the body.
Is it a green fluid?
No,
Is it slightly luminescent?
it's not. It's not a green fluid, but as you pass by, the creature's eyes roll up and they meet yours, just as someone quietly closes the door and locks the latch shut.
What's up, baby?
Who are you talking to?
I was talking to my mummy.
Ella just looks confused.
Have you ever heard of the theories of a Dr. Herbert West?
Sounds familiar. I think I've met him once, actually.
He should. He's from your neck of the woods, Arkham.
Oh, yeah. He's on the do not let in the library list.
He's an okay guy.
You sure?
Hey,
Dr. Armitage
he's-
said he was an asshole. Which is rare, because Armitage doesn't really curse.
Check your list. I'm on Dr. Armitage's list too.
I knew your name looked familiar.
Yeah.
You know, technically, it's okay, because I'm sort of on the list, too.
Man, what do you got to do to get banned from a library? Put
Dabble
gum under
in the
desk?
unknown arts? Possibly open the portal to unknown dimension?
No,
Or dog-eared the books. That'll get you put
I
out.
did none of those things.
I once got
None.
banned as I am.
Yeah,
Well,
but you
yeah, big
probably
Jake.
stabbed a book.
That'll also get you put out.
He probably carved a bookshelf out of a rhino horn or something.
No. Siam was because I accidentally shot the wrong elephant. Yeah, the king gets a little protective of some of them. I don't know why. They got so many of them.
Okay, you guys are shown into one of the rooms. Dr. Gonsalves holds the door open, and he beckons each of you inside.
Why you gotta be so fancy? I was going.
Hey, only Princess Mummy can touch me like that.
There's a table with 4 chairs for you guys on the closest end of the room, and across from you is another table, or across the room is another table with 3 chairs, one of which is occupied by a man with kind of looks like Ben Grimm, I guess would be a good description of him, except he's not like orange. It's the Thing, but he's this is pre-mutation. This is a really like
wait pre original mutation or pre-secondary mutation?
The pre becoming a rock. This is him in like human when he was a human.
So it's Jack Kirby sitting in front of us?
Yeah.
Ah,
Except
Ben!
his eyebrows aren't nearly as like pronounced.
That's a shame. Because I would love to have a reason to say those eyebrows constantly.
But he looks pretty mean. He just stares at each of you, so he stares at you all silently. While he chews on a cigar that's lit.
Yancey Street Boys, right?
Who's this mug?
He doesn't say anything.
Ella just
But,
pops down in the chair. She's just smiling.
I hope he's a pilot.
Dr. Consolves closes the door. He locks it and he asks, would anybody like anything to drink? Anything at all?
Sweet tea. Yes.
whiskey, please.
Oh, I'll have a grape knee-high. Or a
Ooh.
Moxie if you got it.
I'll have a Coke. Heavy on the Coke.
Okay. He goes to a door at the back of the room, opens it, says a few words, and then like a young man comes out with a tray, and he has each of your drinks. Consolves takes one for himself, and the thick heavyset guy, or not thick heavyset guy, the Jack Kirby guy takes one himself. And Consolve sits in the chair on the right side. So the left and the middle, or left and the right chair are occupied, and the middle one is now empty.
So are we expecting another person? Is Elijah kind of come and join us? What the hell?
That's Shapiro's chair.
Yeah, but hold on 1 second, because I forgot my dice like an idiot.
How's that grape knee high?
One
Or-
I don't know. It's like grape knee-high.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, can I get a margarita instead?
Your Coke is changed into a margarita.
ooh, that's neat. Chocolate milkshake.
No,
Chocolate. Wait,
Really?
is that? Come on.
you remind me of this writer gent I met once. Ernest something or other. Hey, I like them too. Good man. You want to put a shot down a tiger.
Ernest Hemingway?
There we go. That's the name.
Yeah, I knew that guy.
Yeah, good man.
I heard he was kind of an asshole.
He was.
I heard he beat his wife.
Everyone do me a
Kind of an
favor
asshole thing.
and roll either psychology or intimidation and tell me what type of success you got.
Let's see.
Normal. Psychology.
Psychology normal.
I failed.
Failure.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. After a few moments, another man comes into the room in a really, really nice suit. And he's kind of stooped over and he has a cane.
Is he old?
He's really old. He appears to be about 70 years old. He walks forward.
Thanks for that information on what really old is, Nick.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey, man, this is the 30s, man. The life expectancy was.
It's saying 70
Yeah.
was pretty damn old back then.
Yeah, Rodney, trying to put me on the spot.
I'm
No,
just
you're
saying,
right.
Steven's closer to that age than you are.
That's true.
All right.
I'm really old though.
The Jack Kirby the Jack Kirby guy stands up and he helps the old man into the middle seat.
At least you have some manners.
He says, "Greetings, my friend. My name is Joshua Meadham. I am the owner of this building and the president of the Meadham organization. I've heard great things about the work that you've done for us, especially that last mission where things went off with a bit of a bang, didn't they?"
Not funny.
Yeah, imagine there's just stone silence from the other side of the table.
Outback Jack is laughing.
Splash. Outback Jack is now wearing a margarita.
It was a waste of perfectly good liquor.
It is a pretty good margarita. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm to understand that during your last mission, you encountered what we refer to as a serpent person. Is this true? He asks with like a quizzical eyebrow.
No, we made it up so we can meet you.
And I mean, it's not like it's the first serpent person we come in contact with.
I saw a burnt body.
You know, seeing as that's who you guys sent us to get the first time with the whole mummy thing.
Yes, it's a very good point. But this one was alive?
Well, so were the
Not for
mercenaries.
long.
I'm not so sure about the mummy being dead personally.
So were the reptile mercenaries that attacked us in Bolivia. They were pretty alive.
Then there were those flying things.
Don't forget the big thing with the vagina mouth.
Oh, that thing was great. Oh, that would have been that thing was always in the bag.
If Ella is sitting near him, as in in Outback Jack, she starts scooting away.
Leo turns to Ella and goes, "It makes him turgid."
Indeed it does, son. Indeed it does.
So you all are aware of the intricacies of what we're dealing with then? And what the organization really is?
No.
No, we've never actually been told straight what this organization really
You know,
is.
you're into some weird shit.
I mean, you guys were, hold on, out of not being the guy, you guys were given that one orientation package. So, I mean, you were given a hint.
We were told that there's two factions.
I stick by my no. No, we don't know what the fuck they're doing at all.
We were given the official company line, but we'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Or the monitor lizards, am I right?
High five!
Well, our organization is dedicated to fighting
Evil by night.
I guess that would be one way to put it, Miss. Oh, shoot, I forgot Ella's last name already.
Jenkins.
Miss, God dang it, Rod. Miss Friedman. But we're dedicated to eradicating threats around the world of a somewhat supernatural. I guess nature would be a pretty bad word to use in this situation since I just used supernatural, but that's the case.
So you're essentially saying you're kind of a league dedicated to justice against the dark forces?
Yeah, it sounds more like a bureau of investigation of the paranormal. Maybe a little research thrown in there as well.
Yeah. And some defense, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, either way, it seems like you understand what we are.
Yeah.
And I need the four of you to go on another errand for me.
We just got back.
You'll have some time to rest and recover, but it's pretty urgent.
Always urgent.
And you picked the four of us because we're the stars of your organization.
No, we're just dumb enough to do it.
Will there be will the hunting be good this time? Because it was a little weak last time.
Well,
Yes,
unfortunately,
where did you find him, by the way.
Unfortunately, Mr. Jack.
Mr. Jack.
That's his last name. His first name's Outback.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
His first name is Francis.
Francis.
Francis
Oh,
Jack.
tell anyone that. Outback.
I'm afraid that the hunting will be be a bit sparse this time around, Mr. Jack. Unfortunately, you are all going to Oklahoma. We've received evidence of a cult worshiping Yig. The father of snakes is situated in a small town
Pig.
under the guise of a
Familiar.
Christian church.
Yeah,
But I thought Yig were the
Serpent
ones
got him.
that didn't fuck with people because they knew that it would be a long, drawn out war and it would take their toll on them as well. That's what your literature says.
Gig.
Well, here's the thing. I believe that they might have been infiltrated by the Inner Night, and that's why I don't want to take too much of a heavy-handed approach here, at least not to begin with. We need to find the root cause of all of this. I want you to find out how this backwater town has turned to worshiping Yig. And I believe
He
that there may be
probably said
certain
he was
people
going to
there.
make America great again or something.
Possibly.
Wow. He yanks an obsession with that.
Dr. Gonsalves here will escort you to the lab where you can listen to the recordings that are being broadcast by this TV church. I have another meeting to attend to, so good day and good luck.
Yes, of course. Meetings.
Yes. Canning opens the the Kirby-esque guy opens the door for Joshua Meadham, leaving Gonsalves to show you all back to the corridor.
Gonzalez.
Yes, it's Gonsalves, but whatever. I'm probably mispronouncing it and missaying it. Let's just switch to Gonzalez. Fuck it.
Okay. We'll make him Gonzalez because.
All right.
What are the chances of getting some access to the facilities of this organization?
What do you need exactly?
Well, primarily, I think our boy Genius needs a little time in R&D.
What?
Well, we are heading down to the laboratory, so you will have access to what's in there.
All right, very good. And you guys have a library, right?
We do.
Excellent. I'd like to see that as well.
Okay. It can be arranged.
So I'm going to let Dr. Gonzalez get a little bit ahead. And when he's out of earshot, I'm going to tell Richie.
I'm not Richie.
I'm sorry, Leo. Although we could use Richie.
The hell is Richie?
Richie is a Tibetan guy. I met him on the Mid-Atlantic. He's an interesting fellow. Speaks with a strange voice, but otherwise.
Something kind of a douchebag to me, but what do you need?
So what we need, Leo, is since our serpent people friends can look like the rest of us.
I'm right on it. I was thinking of concocting something that would repel serpents.
How about a little something that could detect the difference?
But if we repel them, that would pretty much tell us what the difference is and get rid of them at the same time. True.
But if we can't exactly interrogate them if they're running away. And it seems to me that they like to pretend to be our friends. So if you can help us figure out who they are beforehand. I mean, there's nothing to say you can't build a device that does both.
That's true.
Because, I mean, you are a boy genius and all.
Really, it would just take time. If we have the time to do it. But yeah, I'll see what I can do. I don't know why these jokers haven't thought of that in the first place if they know what's going on.
Well, you just keep that between us because, any of these guys could be serpent people.
Yeah, like that old guy. Doesn't he have a temple at his house?
Yeah. And we're having this conversation while we're walking, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Speaking of which, as you guys are having this conversation, or once you finish that last bit, all of you suddenly hear this really loud, what you can only describe as like a demonic voice with kind of a hiss in it, shout something totally unrecognizable by any of you, no human language that you've ever heard, and then suddenly just shout something like it sounds like an entire phrase. It takes about 5 seconds. It's just I don't want to try.
It predates Swedish black metal by a good 60 years.
Okay.
Is that coming from down the hall where my girlfriend is?
Yeah, that's essentially where you could pinpoint the sound coming from. Immediately after, sounds of like metal smashing, walls being crumbled, explosions, screaming, and strange rending sounds follow.
Well,
you could see the doorway just burst.
That's what Dr. Rawlick gets.
Doors start opening they're down the entire corridor. People start panicking and start running here and there, while armed security guards are like brandishing like their pistols or like batons and saying, "Everybody, get off this floor! Get off now!"
Ella sighs and crosses her arms. I've been through this before.
Let's go see what's causing the noise.
Would I have been allowed to have my knife with me?
I'm okay. I mean, yeah, I kind of remember last time it didn't go so good, so I think I'm gonna go that way, away.
Okay, so Ella's gonna go away. Outback Jack and Woodrow are going towards it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What about Leo?
Leo's going with Ella.
Okay. So the two of you are getting the fuck out of Dodge. I'm guessing following.
A few Migo ripped up a lab while I was there. She kind of like, yeah, I know this noise. That's not a good noise.
Yeah.
Gonzalez is trying to get you guys to follow him. Still, just says, "No, just follow me." Let them handle it.
And Benny would never forgive you if you let this happen and not tell him about it.
So Outback Jack and
Like I just heard this voice. I don't. Stella turns around.
Wait, where are you going?
Leo, are you gonna keep following Gonzalez or?
I don't know.
We're a team, boy genius. Come on.
You don't have to.
I guess I'll follow Ella.
Okay. Then Gonzalez will
Gringos.
try to get you guys to follow back. But Outback Jack and Woodrow.
Yeah.
You guys get to the room, And you see utter devastation. The windows have been smashed. There's glass that's been showered everywhere. Part of like some of the wall the right wall is on fire. There's like a large hole where there's like electrical like wiring sparking and setting the wall on fire. The furniture has been ripped apart. There are bits and pieces of humans thrown everywhere. Arms, legs. There's a head in the corner. So roll sanity for this, unless you have that.
Yep, I got me some
hardened.
hardened.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you acquire hardened?
All of you once you see this, because you guys are all heading to the same room.
All right.
If you have the hardened talent, then you don't need
I'm
to.
fine.
Okay. If you make it, then it's just 1 point, as this is really disgusting still.
Failed that.
Through the haze, though, you guys can see.
Outback Jack fails.
Okay. Outback Jack, you lose 1d3 sanity points.
What the heck?
Seriously, you're sick. You're sick
I know.
seeing this.
1.
Through the haze and like smoke, you guys can see a glowing, swirling portal closing on the leftmost wall. It's about a foot in diameter and getting smaller as I'm saying this. It cannot. Yeah, it's just really small and it's closing up and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Fun.
Could we
Looks
see
like-
through the portal? Or what?
No, you
It
couldn't.
looks like your girlfriend.
Yeah, because
flew
that's
the
immediately
coop.
what Ella starts to do because she's impulsive and stupid in these movies. She runs up and she's
yeah.
trying to see through the portal before it closes.
All you see is strange eldritch energy as this thing closes.
All right, before it closes, right? I want to shout, but I really wanted to meet you.
And you hear, I know. I'm sorry, no, you don't.
Word.
He thinks he does.
There's just silence.
I hear.
So close.
Security now enters the room and says, "You all need to get out of here now.
Just a second, I'm examining the surface. This is big.
Leave this to the experts."
Damn
And then
it, a sort of an expert.
We are
They
the
physically-
experts.
They physically remove you from the room
Hey, back off, man.
as
I'm a
like
scientist.
other people in like surgical clothing are like starting to like take it down. Like it's like a forensic scene now at this point. Gonzalez asks you, please follow me. We have no time, especially now.
There's always time for science.
He walks at a brisk pace, asking you to please follow it. Please follow him down the corridor.
Leo, you might want to build a machine that can find those things too.
Oh yeah, I happen to have one in my pocket right now.
Yeah.
You can
Hey,
actually
what-
get them along with decoder rings. Pops is a cracker jack.
Hey, you can build anything, boy genius.
Gotta know what it is before I build it.
It's a portal.
Oh, okay, because I know what those are.
I just told you what they are.
Like I
Oh,
have like
and
about-
how does it work there? Occult detective?
It's a folding of space on top of other portions of space that uses an unknown to human.
Oh, wait. Back that up. What was the word you used? Uses a what?
Unknown to the
A what?
majority.
A what?
I punch Leo. Don't you never read all the instructions, did you, Leo?
Instructions, you gotta have something to go on. Oh, it causes a fold in space. Ooh. By using unknown space stuff.
everything is unknown until somebody finds it.
That's right. But do you have readings on it?
No, that's your job.
Do you know what vibration frequencies it uses? No. Because
1.1 gigawatts.
Reptiles I can deal with. I know what they are. They're there. There are
Speaking of
no
reptiles, how's your shoulder?
Reptiles.
My shoulder sucks.
Yeah, you can always set that configuration to detect yourself.
It would detect my shoulder, but you know what? My shoulder doesn't need detection. It's there, and I know it's there.
Like, has it spread?
No.
I thought they gave me a shot.
Yeah,
I thought I was cured of that.
you were.
Or
Yeah.
were you?
I don't remember. That's why Ella asked.
Okay, so you guys are led down the corridor into another room, which is significantly bigger.
Yay. How many rooms does this place have?
It's a big office building. It's like a multi-floor office building. Within this room contains there are electrical apparatuses arranged on benches, but Gonzalez heads directly for a phonograph. He plugs the phonograph in, and he lowers a stylus onto a record, and he asks you to listen. Crackling sound of a man's voice slowly comes over the thing, and it's a radio jockey's voice saying, "Welcome to KFOC 108.1."
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
they're,
In the 30s?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you're right.
It's like 1160.
I
It's on the
can't-
AM.
I don't want to do an Oklahoman accent. Whatever. It is AM. I don't know my fucking history and the goddamn at this time.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to KFOC 1131 AM.
There
I'm
you
afraid that's not the voice you'd get in the 30s.
Yes, it's more like this. You gotta talk like this, I think.
No, that's more the New Yorker.
Oh,
accent.
right.
go. But the DJ says that this is the time for the daily religious broadcast from Reverend Cornfield.
What an original name.
Reverend what?
Clearly
Reverend
not.
Cornfield.
Clearly not a fake name at all.
And the Reverend comes on. He says, "Hello, everybody. Praise the Lord. I hope that all of you are well this evening. And let us begin. Today's sermon comes from Genesis. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field." And at that point, Gonzalez says, "Can any of you hear it?" And everybody roll listen rolls.
Fail.
I fail.
What were we rolling? I was distracted.
Listen.
Pass.
Okay.
I don't have that.
So everybody but Ella continues to hear the sermon or the biblical quote as is. But Ella, you hear strange whispering, talking about Yig, saying that those who wish to seek the truth are instructed to make their way to the town of Bingham.
Those who wish to seek the truth, go to the town of Bingham.
Yeah, thank you for that. The words are spoken in English, but are then followed by some phrases in a strange, unknown language. Roll a POW roll.
Everyone?
No, just Ella.
19 out of 75.
Okay. That's not quite what you need.
It's not a crit, but hard.
So you don't have any realizations or anything like that. But that is what you hear. You hear of the you hear a whispering
Oh, I can't
instructing
spend points on that? I can spend 3 points if you want me to.
You would have to spend 18.
18 points.
Yeah, you have to get a result of the 0, 1.
I'm at 99. It's
Okay, go
fuck
ahead.
it, I'll do it.
Okay, spend 18. And do you understand? Oddly enough, you're able to understand the strange language as saying, "Wondrous yield the ungodly under Yig, bestowing blessings to lie and strike. The blessings yield waiting heart. He who under upon curious lies, him waiting of the serpent's curious mind, glittering."
Okay, that's You know, my mother always told me that rock music had satanic lyrics in the background.
Oh.
He says the rest of you, or nobody
What
hears
rock
that.
make music?
You guys really don't hear that.
No.
Gonzalez
Oh, sorry, I zoned out. I always zone out when the Protestants speak.
I think I did too. Maybe that's why I heard it. And then I tell them what.
Yeah.
Gonzalez actually turns the knobs on the phonographs a bit until everybody can hear the same thing that Ella previously heard.
See?
Except the strange, you guys don't understand the strange phrase that is being spoken.
Right, they always sound like steam escaping.
That's some random gibberish.
So we're going to, what is it, Bingham?
Bingham. In Oklahoma.
Where
Where the wind goes sweeping down the plain.
Yep.
Okay.
Where the wind and wheat can sure smell sweet. And that's where you go.
Oklahoma.
It's not that bad. It's kind of flat, though.
You guys are given a few days if you need it.
Yeah, I'm going to try and make a snake detector or a serpent person detector / repeller.
Okay. We'll just say that you tell them that you need a few days to work on
Equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to the library. May I make an occult roll to recall the titles of specific books?
Sure.
Nope. I can't remember shit.
Okay.
That fucking preaching shit just is in my head.
It happened.
Does the Caduceus Foundation have any information on the dietary habits of these snake people? What do they like to eat?
Rats, snakes, medium-sized children.
Pretty much stuff that snakes eat.
Mexican teenagers.
Eggs. Some snakes eat eggs. Maybe these guys are egg eaters.
Hey, they're my kind of people. Ham and eggs, baby.
I'm going to take out the serpent detector and wave it in front of Woodrow's face. Eggs? You eat eggs, you say?
You eat eggs too.
If you're gonna make this thing, roll a weird science roll and all that.
All right. Electric repair, mechanical. What do you want?
For this, let's go with electrical repair because it's more of an electrical device, I would think.
I did that at hard.
Okay. You make your device. How do you want to test it out?
You guys got a snake person hanging out? Is there a snake person in captivity or anything?
Wait, are you asking? You're asking the Caduceus people?
No, I'm asking just around.
Oh, to your friends?
Yeah. Any of you guys seen any snake people?
Try the staff.
Well, I need a control, man. I need a control. Are there any reptiles around?
You can go to a pet store.
Okay. I will go to a pet store, and I will point it at a hamster.
It doesn't work. Or it doesn't. There are no readings.
I will point it at a lizard or a snake.
There is. How does this thing do or make a reading?
I was figuring it would be similar to like the Ghostbusters
PKE
detector.
meter.
Okay, then it works like.
A couple lights flash up.
Yeah.
All right, and then I hit the other switch to see if it repels it.
It goes bing when there's stuff.
If I were keeper, I would tie it into directly into my electronic repair roll, and that would be the roll I would use to see if it works. If I were keeper. I mean, like, assuming that I did it correctly, when I use it in the field, because you always don't have that chance that it works or not works.
Yeah. It does. It you put it up to the snake's tank, I guess. As snakes do, they get kind of curious and they start putting their face against the glass. And as you hold it against it, or hold it up to the glass, it slowly moves away.
Excellent.
A pet store employee comes around and says, "What are you doing?"
I'm looking at your snake.
Looks at the weird. What does this device look like?
Looks like a handle with a cross piece that floats out like in Ghostbusters.
Okay. Yeah, he's looking at the strange thing with a bit of a confused look on his face, but
Okay. Shh. I'm an undercover herpetologist, and they just send me to pet stores to point this thing at snakes and lizards and stuff to see what kind of species it is. See if the light shines up. It's a legal species that you can have as a pet store and shop. But if it's an illegal species that you're not allowed to traffic in, maybe like a cobra or something, then the red light goes on, and the feds come in. You guys pass. You guys totally pass, though.
the kid says, "Okay, thanks."
No problem. Hey, you got to protect the people, right? Am I right?
I guess.
Yeah, man. No one wants to get bit by a viper. You don't want to get bit by a viper, do you?
No.
Exactly.
I guess you're right. I guess you have a good point.
There you go. You would be surprised how many pet stores are selling illegal snakes to the population. And then what happens? Okay, maybe you can take care of a viper yourself, but let's say you get sick of that viper. What do you do with it?
Here's the thing, though. You're like my age.
Hey, man. It's cool.
How'd you get a job with? Who do you work for again?
I applied for it. That's all. I walked in, I applied for it. It doesn't really take a whole lot of skill to point this thing and go, oh yeah, it's a boa constrictor. You just luck into it. Same way you got your job, man. Just do the legwork and you go in. Well, anyway, thanks a lot. I'll probably go hit up the next PetSmart or something, but thanks for your cooperation, and I'll make sure that they know that A, your guys' snakes are cool, and B, that you were very helpful. And what's your name?
Todd.
Todd, I will put in a good word for you, Todd, so maybe you can lead the exciting life of a reptile tester.
And I guess you leave.
Yep.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything in the next few days that you have?
I'll spend it in the library. I'm going to drag Ella along with me.
What? I mean, not that I'm opposed to books. What am I looking for?
May I tip that roll again?
Yeah, what are you guys exactly looking for, though?
Books of power.
Okay. Which ones again?
I'm trying to remember their names.
Oh, okay. You're rolling a cult to remember their names. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'll spend 2 points of luck to actually pass that roll this time.
Okay.
And whatever the names are, I'm going to write them on a sheet of paper and hand them to Ella and say, I need these books.
I don't work in this library.
It's a library. They're all pretty much the freaking same.
Fine. You owe me breakfast or dinner or both.
As you wish. I know a great place that serves ham and eggs.
I want steak, Woodrow.
The S detector comes out. Eggs.
It goes ding when there's stuff.
Roll library use roll.
Nope.
And let me know what you're okay.
78.
Okay.
50. Nope.
You're not able to find any of the books that Rodney had mentioned.
Oh,
Y'all
damn, I
for
have
about 30
library
minutes,
use.
Goes back like,
What you were able to find, though, while you were doing this is that it's not organized like with the Dewey Decimal System or when any normal
I
library
take
would
it
use.
back upon finding that out. He comes to find her and she's reorganizing the fucking library. Oh my god, this drives me crazy.
Well, now that the library is fixed, I'll like to attempt a library use roll.
It's a big library. You come back to her fixing one shelf.
That's
she's
fine.
She's probably made it through maybe 2.
Is there a librarian in this room?
No, there isn't they don't have like a librarian.
Well,
You see,
I passed the
paper
library use roll
Okay.
at normal.
What books were you guys trying to find?
I don't know. You're the expert on Mythos tomes.
Who, me?
May I? I'll just make up one. A statistical analysis of urban sewer systems in medieval Paris.
That's not really a Mythos tomb. You could probably actually find that.
It actually is a
you can find
Mythos. It is a Mythos tome that I created.
Okay. Fine.
Because only an idiot puts their books of power with names like the Black Book of John the Wizard or Unspeakable Cults of Nightmare. The good stuff is in the books that nobody's going to read.
Actually, the good shit's like not in the actual library.
We're talking about a library run by the Serpent People organization.
Fair enough, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna eat us when we're done.
Hence the reason I'm looking for the book.
Ooh, good point.
Between the two of you, you're not able to find like anything like books of power or anything like grimoire related in this library.
I feel like while she's organizing, she should at least find something of funny, at least humor during all of this.
All right. I'm going to go find Gonzalez.
You're able to find a chat book that depicts mating rituals between ghouls.
Aleister Crowley's big
Grab
time
that.
bath book.
Yeah.
It's got pictures.
Yeah, grab that. We'll do that for the plane.
It's the Kamagula.
The Kamagula.
The Kamagula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I've seen this book before. Never read it.
Go
Professor
ahead.
Armitage wouldn't quite let me get near this one.
It's
I'm
pretty good.
curious.
It's pretty good. You'll like that one.
Gives eating out a whole new meaning.
Oh,
All right, we're done with that. We're done with that for the night.
They made a movie and Cannibal Corpse did the soundtrack.
I used to always get them mixed up and call them Cannabis Corpse. All right.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. Is anybody else doing anything in these, or is Outback Jack doing anything the next couple of days, or during these couple of days? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out in the woods. I'm gonna practice reptile hunting. So
I'm gonna practice some reptile hunting.
Yes.
Out in the woods.
Here, lizard.
In Manhattan.
Woods.
In Manhattan.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Where
which.
did you find?
All right.
He's down in the sewers
He's in the sewers looking for alligators.
How are you doing this?
Well, you start with finding a snake, and then you carefully practice the art of the snake not realizing you're following it. Yeah, just
right,
carefully stalking that snake.
Where are you? Where are you hunting the snake?
Speechless.
You go outside in New York. There's woodland out there. Eventually, you'll find some land with a snake.
There's not.
Really?
Isn't there woods like upstate New York?
Maybe in the 30s there would have been.
Upstate New York?
How's he in upstate New York?
I mean, you guys are in New York City. I was giving you guys a few days to do whatever you wanted to do.
You just drive up there.
He's driving to upstate New York to do some snake hunting.
Yes.
Snake
All right.
hunting.
Hey, what month is this? What month are we in?
Yeah, there's some high quality snipe in these woods, sir.
Yeah. What month is it?
Let me see, actually. Let's just say that it's the summertime. It is the summertime, actually. Yeah.
Get to know the snake. Get to know the smell of snake. Get to know how to pick up the snake scent. Ready to get to know the snake.
All right, roll a track roll.
Excellent. Boy, do I make that.
All right.
9.
You're able to find a snake. Now, do you want to stalk it, or are you going to kill it outright?
I'm stalking that snake. We're going to practice following these snakes around so I can find more snakes.
You follow the snake as it basks in the sun for the majority of the day, and you're just sitting in the bushes waiting. And then eventually it moves about 3 feet into a cool hole around dusk.
There we go. Yeah, getting to know that snake. Getting to know that scent.
Are you sniffing the damn snake? Jesus.
Of course. I get to know the animal scent. That way we start tracking animals, you can detect them.
You've never actually been hunting a day in your life, have you, Wes?
Guessing how this works.
You got the hat. Come on. All right. We're going to say that you were able to bag as many fucking snakes as you want. How many do you come back with, and do you show them off to your companions?
A, at least 6, and B, definitely.
All right. So Outback Jack comes back from his, adventure out in the woods, and he comes back with 6 snakes.
Get that away from me!
How are you displaying these and presenting them to your friends?
Snakes. Hey, got some snakeskin belts. Got some snakeskin wallet. And recently we got even a snakeskin watch.
You were going like a day, Wes. It takes time to cure skin, you know.
Just cured skin then. Hey, I think you can have a watch, a belt. Who wants to be a big
So you
belt?
smell really bad, and that shit's decaying on your arm and body.
Oh,
I cured it first.
You can't cure it in a day.
You can't? Oh, then I got to show it off.
No.
I'll cure it later. I'm showing it off still. Yeah. I can make you a belt. I can make you a watch band. I can make something beautiful.
Your mother dropped you as a child, didn't she?
He wasn't around enough. But that's neither here nor there. Look at all this. Look at all this beauty here.
You know, I'm starting
Natural
to
beauty.
question his credentials as the world's greatest hunter.
Get to know our prey, but we don't have these serpent people just running around. So this
Seriously, get that away from me.
So we're going to say that you guys are having this meeting at the railway station in New York. You have tickets paid for by Caduceus to go to Oklahoma City, and then from there you will take another railway line to Bigham. So as you guys are yelling at each other, the train shows up. The conductor leans outside and shouts, "All aboard."
He's not sitting next to me with those things.
Fine. I toss him on the rail tracks.
You miss your buddy, don't you?
Who? Well, yeah, my elephant gun. Yeah, I had to leave that behind because it's a little too much firepower for plains lands. Don't worry though. Don't worry. Got the old pistol in the back pocket though.
Yeah, your father dropped you too.
Hey, Daddy is busy doing what Daddy does.
Dropping you.
Not that. Is he out there making Dragita profitable?
Yeah. So anyway, how's this train?
You guys pretty much redline it all the way to Bingham. The train ride is fine and uneventful. As you guys start to pull into like Oklahoma and like the Midwest, you guys see that the green starts to disappear into the Dust Bowl.
Except for the green in Ella's face from reading the Kamaguli.
I don't know if that's really intrigued, if anything.
I play a lot of cribbage with random passengers during the trip.
Okay.
I tell stories about things I killed, not humans.
I stay as far away from Outback Jack as possible.
Not humans. Okay.
Yeah. This is one time there's a bear.
Okay, so redlined it to Oklahoma, right?
Yep. You guys redline it, and you guys are now pulling into Bingham. You guys are about a few miles on the outskirts when you guys start seeing the rooftop, or you guys start seeing the outlines of the buildings. And the most prominent two being the large radio tower with the letters KFOC on one of its sides, and a church steeple.
Of course.
Everybody roll spot hidden rolls for me as you guys head into town. Or start to pull into the town of Bingham.
Okay, I
Yep.
make that
Let me know what type of success you made.
Regular.
regular.
Kind of success that is a fail.
Regular.
Did anybody make a hard or extreme success?
No.
Okay. You guys see, as you guys pull in, you guys see a woman on one of the roofs of the houses, just out on the roof, sunbathing. I can't tell if she's wearing any clothes or if she's naked.
Ah, Oklahoma.
She's on the roof sunbathing.
Yeah, this is a state I've never actually been to. So, like, is this a common thing?
I want to make a note of that house.
Fairly common.
Well,
I mean, if you want to be left alone, up on the roof is the perfect place to be.
Outback
Problem is,
Jack
this
needs
is
to know the
summer.
house.
The problem is, this is summer in the middle of tornado season.
Well, she'll see it coming before anybody else will.
Yeah.
none of you guys have biology or snake lore?
She's a snake person, I bet. I bet she's one of them snakes.
I don't have biology. I have anthropology.
No, I don't have any herpetology or anything like that.
Yeah, it's too bad one of us didn't spend a day or two stalking snakes and knowing what their behavior would be like, that they sun themselves
Yeah.
during the day.
You didn't know you couldn't cure snakes in a day. So
That's
Wesley doesn't. Outback Jack would. Eventually.
eventually he would know that.
That's because I only know him so much. I can only shove so much knowledge into him.
Okay, the train is pulls into the station. You guys exit to a small town with a parched earth surrounding the entire landscape. You guys can kind of taste the dirt in the air.
man, these fucking snakes
Chunky.
have this city.
Tastes like a Steinbeck novel.
Tastes like the back stacks.
Tastes like home.
You would think so, huh?
Well, he is from Australia.
I'm from sheep
No,
country.
he's not. He's from Cleveland. He just pretends he's from Australia.
I mean, who in God's green earth would name their child Outback?
It's
We
a day
named
like
the
age-
dog Outback.
The nearest building that you guys find immediately in front of you is a kind of a dusty and somewhat ramshackle railway station.
Clearly.
There's a single station master who is helping pass some of the elderly passengers get off the train, and
He's got that visor thing and the shirt sleeves with the garters around the biceps and all that crap.
Oh yeah.
I point my device at him and try and see if he's a serpent person.
Okay.
I rolled a 65 on the nose.
He doesn't get your machine doesn't show a reading. Next to the ramshackle building is the sign says is the telegraph and post office.
Well, while we're walking through that, Leo, what is that?
What is what?
That thing that you just pointed at that poor man.
I wouldn't worry about it just yet.
But I am worried about it right now.
It's a serpent person detector.
It's a what?
It's a little something. It's a little something I asked Leo to cook up.
Wait, it works?
Well, I don't know if it works. Ask Leo.
It works.
Double check my nose.
Leo.
Find me a serpent person, and we'll find out if it works.
But how would we know if we found a certain person if it doesn't work?
They'll probably try to kill us. So
Good point.
My theory is that once we start peeling back the layers, we'll find the scales, or we have another problem.
you are a sick individual.
Like, I'm demented, but you, sir, you take it to new levels.
Actually, what did that old geezer say we were supposed to do here?
We're looking into the source of that radio
And
broadcast.
then what?
Probably burn something down.
I mean, are we supposed to burn something down, or are we supposed to just report back? I mean, they kind of already know what's going on, so what are we doing here?
Well, I mean, it wasn't like what happened last time it's supposed to happen.
You guys
we
are
did it
supposed
anyway.
to investigate if there's any involvement of the internet here. That's
Given
what they think that this town's been compromised by them.
given our track record, everything we investigate ends up blowing up, burning down, or something. So I assume that that's why we were sent here.
However, Captain Hit It with Dynamite is not here.
I was going to say, you'll notice that they didn't invite the guy with the dynamite.
No, but they sent us Mr. Let's skin them all and find out if there's snakes underneath.
You know what? He talks a lot about doing that, but he hasn't actually done it yet.
Yes,
Thank
and
goodness.
afforded the opportunity.
And technically, the last one we found, you were the one that killed it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, ruined a perfectly good trophy in the process, but it was your kill. So
I had beef with that guy.
I'm not judging. I blew up the moon, so who am I to talk?
As soon as you say, I blew up the moon, who am I to talk? The conductor for the train shouts, all aboard. There's nobody else getting on the train, and it takes off. Once it leaves, you guys can see that there is a saloon across the way from the rails. It's called the Deer Head Saloon. And the rest of the town is directly in front of you, though.
Well, ladies and gents, I say let's go have ourselves a drink.
I'm not opposed to this idea.
that's a wise suggestion.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to card you, Leo.
Oh, okay. I just was thinking maybe we should just go to the radio station, but let's go. The drink sounds great.
Checking into a hotel might be a good idea, too.
Yeah, and there's usually an inn at the saloon, so if this is an old West style,
No, it's not.
town.
No, it's not that old. I mean, It's not like old westerny. Like I don't know. It's not like
It's like a regular town.
It's a regular town.
Well, there's probably everything's in that same area.
Man, I don't
Actually,
care where we stay as long as it's not a Trump brand hotel.
That saloon is actually like by itself, and it's the only building around. It's across from the railroad tracks.
Well, damn, let's go to the hotel then.
At the same time, no, you can totally go to the Deerhead Saloon if you want to. Get a drink. That's a pretty good idea. I mean,
where the hotel is.
I would get a drink after fucking going on a train ride for a few days.
And it is dusty out here.
Yes.
You know, because we were just on a train, probably, that had drinks on it.
It's never enough drinks.
Sampling the local color and possibly getting some base readings for y'all Serpent detectors.
That too. Also, we're not in the hunt yet, so
And Outback Jack is already talking about skinning people, so we need to get some booze in his ass stat.
Right, because that'll make him more pliable.
hey, you know, when the fish can't swim, it gets a little bored.
All right, I'm gonna go and like push open the doors to the saloon.
Okay.
Piano player stops.
No, there's no piano player.
Oh.
There's only two people here. There's the guy behind the bar, the bartender, who has his sleeves rolled up and he's polishing some glasses. He has he's like bald with hair on the sides and a pencil thin mustache.
Can he solve mysteries too?
No. And there is there's a patron at the bar who's slumped over, or not slumped over. I'm sorry, that's the wrong description for that. He's like leaning over his drink, not slumped over it. His you guys can see that his drink is getting pretty low now.
Belly up to the bar.
Howdy, folks. How can I help you? What have you been drinking?
Well, what do you recommend?
Let's see here. We have beer and we have whiskey.
Beer for me, whiskey for the lady. I don't know what these other two gents will have.
Whiskey, of course.
I have Moxie or a grape knee-high.
He means whiskey.
Yeah, he's like, what are
I don't
those?
mean whiskey, I want cola or grape soda.
Okay.
There's a machine outside.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a general
cool.
store right down there, son.
No, he has Coke too. But he asks you all, well, you folks look new. What are you all doing in town?
Oh, we just came into town. Heard y'all got a real interesting preacher. And I'd just like to talk to him a little bit about the Lord.
Well, me and the preacher have never really seen eye to eye.
Well, I can understand that. Not everybody sees eye to eye with preacher. Everybody's got to find God in their own way.
Well, while he's talking to him, I'm going to make like I'm going to the bathroom and try and get a reading off of him.
Okay.
And I fail.
Okay, you don't get a reading off of him. The guy, the patron at the bar, once you mentioned the Reverend, just goes, Reverend, oh, fuck that guy. And he takes a drink.
Why do you say that? Just out of curiosity. I mean, you know, if there's a reason I should stay away from the man, clearly, tell me.
He says, huh?
You said fuck that guy.
Maybe he meant it like you know.
I mean, I'm perfectly okay if that you're
Fucking
talking
that
about
guy.
a lifestyle choice and not a disparaging word.
He says, that guy's just been nothing but trouble for the last few months.
Oh, he's only been around for a few months.
No, he's been here for a long time. Just
he's only been-
changed.
Oh, do tell.
Maybe it changed.
Ooh.
He's possessed by the devil, and then he drinks again, and he like drinks the whole drink down and slams it, and says, "I'll have another." And then the bartender says, like, "Oh, hush up, Hilliard. That's just all talk. I've been saying that for the past, I don't know how long now. Just shut up.
No.
I would kick you out if you weren't my only patron right now."
Barkeep. Please, it's no offense or anything like that. I find such stories being fascinating and all being kind of a connoisseur of the subject of demonic possession and devil worship and things like that. And
It's my career. I'm a paranormal investigator.
shh.
Wait, I am.
Paranormal investigator. The bartender like, what's that?
She's my deacon.
I'm your what?
Yeah, he looks at you. Deacon.
She's my deacon.
Leo face palms in the corner.
You see, I myself am a man of the cloth of sorts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hence my interest in this notion that the good reverend is possessed by the devil. More than likely, it's nothing. These types of things usually aren't. But it is a curious piece of folklore.
The bartender kind of like pulls you in close, and he just goes, "Oh, don't pay any attention to him. He's been down on his luck for the past couple of years, and he lost his job a few months ago. And he's been blaming everybody, but especially the Reverend. So,
What was his job?
he worked at the lumber mill,
How's
the lumber company in town.
How's the Reverend affect the lumber mill?
I have no clue how he connected the dots between the Reverend getting him fired and his own.
Well, that's easy. The good reverend is supposed to be a shepherd to his people, providing comfort in hard times. Clearly, the reverend did not provide that comfort for Mr. Hilliard here.
I don't know the relationship between the two of them. I don't go to church.
What's your beef with the Reverend?
I run a bar. He's totally against that. He preaches.
You see, I'm Catholic, and we're totally for that. They don't care. Shit.
Yeah.
Probably if you had a Catholic church here, your best customer would be the priest.
He laughs at that joke.
Well, unless you guys have a brothel in town.
What? It was funny.
I thought you were a preacher.
I'm not that kind of preacher. I light my cigarette with a lighter that says "fuck communism."
The bartender asks, "Is there anywhere? And you guys have a place to stay in town? Or are you guys staying with family, friends?"
Oh,
or-
well, we just rolled into town. So, yeah, we haven't gotten to that point yet. We just needed to wet our whistle, sample a little bit of the local color.
It's quite dry outside.
As you say, like sample the local color, you notice that, like, I'm guessing you like wave your arms around and like
Yeah, subtly.
gesture at the surrounding environment. And you guys are in a bar with like this just has nothing but hunting trophies in it. There's like deer heads, antlers. There's stuffed fish in glass cases.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Outback Jack's like
Yeah.
Jack's
playroom.
Yeah.
And there is a full-size grizzly bear standing on its hind legs at the end of the bar.
Ooh,
I will perform
Lordy.
CPR in Outback Jack.
Look at
Jack
that.
is Jack is asked where the accommodations are. It's like, I'd like to use the gentleman's room.
I'll be in my bunk.
I'll be out the field getting ready to pitch some.
Oh God.
So I'm gonna ask, what was his name? The drunk guy,
Hilliard.
Hilliard. So man, why don't you like the preacher? Aside from the fact that he's the devil incarnate, I got that much. But what do you do to you? Interesting.
I was muted. I'm sorry.
Womp womp.
He said that he used to work at the mill, but then there was a terrible accident, and one of his friends, George Henson, was crushed under some lumber. He somehow survived he's saying all this. He somehow survived the accident when the Reverend came to the hospital and cured him.
Wait, was the Reverend a Reverend when he was working there?
No, the Reverend wasn't working at the lumber
Oh,
yard.
okay. Henson was working there.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's Cornfield's the Reverend. He was in the hospital and all of his bones were broken, and the Reverend came, visited him, and he cured him, and he like puts his fingers in like quotation marks. That faith or that prayer healing shit, mumbo jumbo or whatever.
Well, clearly, if the man's walking around now, there's a little bit more to it than just mumbo jumbo, don't you think?
Yeah.
All things are possible through Christ.
He says, yeah, amen. And he drinks his drink. All things are possible, but I don't know.
But not this one.
No.
It does seem highly improbable.
What was that gentleman's name again?
George Henson.
George Henson.
Where can we find Mr. Henson?
He's still working at the lumber yard.
All right. Oh.
How come you're not working at
George
the moment?
Henson.
I can't go back there.
Oh, so you
Why
quit.
not?
He doesn't like working with George anymore.
Another
George-
drink, bartender. Another drink.
George was your buddy?
Yeah. Was.
Now, was George any different after his experience?
He didn't complain anymore about being sore or anything like that. So I guess it was a miracle.
But
Something.
it was still George, right?
It's still George.
He still liked his ham and eggs and all that crap.
As far as I know.
Ham and eggs.
As far as I know.
Well, I appreciate the drinks.
Well, why can't you go back then? I mean, if your guy's still your guy, and why can't you go back? What freaked you out besides the fact that he was miraculously cured?
Well, a few days after he came back to work, I saw him struggling with some 2x4 with a bunch of 4x4s. And his arm shifted in a strange way, and it cracked in place. And I don't want to talk about it. And he starts drinking, like chugging away at his beer.
So he's like double jointed or something?
I have no idea.
I think I know how you feel. I I've met some people who weren't quite right either in my town. So maybe you aren't as crazy as everybody thinks you are.
The Reverend convinced everyone that George would have died without his intervention. I'm convinced that he probably should have. And he drinks the rest of his beer and asks for another.
Well, we don't want to cause this man to go into catastrophic liver failure, so we'll leave you to your afternoon, and we'll go and look into getting ourselves some accommodations.
Well, you guys have a wonderful evening. Maybe I'll see you later tonight or
Well, I'm sure we'll be back.
Oh yeah.
some other day.
You wouldn't happen to have any blues men coming through, would you?
Let's see. He looks at his calendar. Says, not for the next 2 weeks. Sorry.
Ah, well. Don't know if we'll be in town for them, but yeah.
We're a pretty small town, so we don't get bluesmen that often.
Oh, darn shame, darn shame.
You're telling me.
Well, yeah, we'll be back around once we need wet our whistle.
He bids you all farewell.
Well, we need to go talk to this Henson cat
Yeah.
outside on the street as we approach the hotel.
Yes, indeed. Might need to have a long chat with him.
Okay, you guys can see the hotel is pretty much across the rails and diagonal to where the street that you would be on. So it's turn left right at the end of the block, or right after a block.
On the
Or
other
turn
side
right,
of the track.
turn right after a block, right on the other side of the tracks.
Okay.
There's a sign that says it's the Bingham Hotel. That's just what it's called. It's a small hotel, two floors. Once you guys get inside, you see that the hotel is operated by a married couple who's at the front desk. It's the front desk is being there's the couple is discussing something, and once they see you guys enter, she tells, or the woman says, "Oh, hush up, Delbert. We have company. Go clean something." And he goes off and he.
Oh, no, Delbert. It's not necessary to put on airs just for us.
He says, "I have to do what the missus says," and he cheerfully goes down the hall with a duster. He leaves and goes out of sight. The lady at the front desk asks, "Hello, folks. My name is Rosemary. How can I help you? Will you each be needing separate rooms, or are you together?" And she eyes you all since it's 3 guys and 1 woman.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I definitely want one of myself.
Yeah, the lady will be having a separate room, propriety and all.
So the 3 gentlemen to their own room, and the lady by herself.
I don't know. You guys want your own rooms?
I mean, the
I don't
3
know.
gentlemen to 1 room, and the lady in a separate.
I'm fine
That's
either
what
way.
she said. My bad.
That sounds great. We can have a room next to hers, right?
Well, since we only have 6 rooms and only one of them is being occupied, we can arrange that.
Yeah, we'll take up 4. If you have suites.
No, we don't have suites. We are a bit of a small hotel, very humble.
Yeah, let's have 4 rooms because I'd rather not share a room with Outback Jack.
I take out my meter and take a reading from her.
Are you doing this on the sly, or are you just
Yeah.
pulling it out and
Roll-
holding it
roll.
up there?
I'm doing it on the sly.
Okay. How are you doing this on the sly exactly? You're holding it
Low.
okay, low. All right.
I have a cover story just in case. Oh yeah, 13.
You're not getting a
Which is
reading off.
extreme.
You do not get a reading from her.
So I take it we're like working in tandem then, huh?
Yeah.
I run my mouth and you take a reading.
Yep.
While I got them distracted.
Worst comes to worst, I'll just tell her, it's a detects dust. I've got allergies.
Turn that thing on outside.
She gives you each a room key, and she says that all the rooms are upstairs.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you much, ma'am.
Well, you're welcome. What are you all in town for exactly, anyways?
Well, we're here to look into the Reverend. I hear he is quite the character.
Oh, did you hear his some of his sermons over the radio?
Oh, absolutely. Fascinating stuff. His particular homily on Genesis and the serpent was just inspiring.
Yeah, it's enough to make Phil Collins cream his pants.
Well, if you all are good Christian folk, tonight there will be service at the First Church.
That's the one with the big steeple, correct?
Yeah, it's right across town. You can see it from here.
How long has he been broadcasting on the radio?
It's been about a month now.
About a month.
You get a lot of people in here because of that.
The only other guests that we have actually are here to see the Reverend, and they said that they heard him over the radio and just had to come to our humble little town.
Oh, he's good for your business too. That's pretty cool.
Well, apparently so. We're almost booked, or almost fully booked.
Yeah, one more room, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't had this many people in quite some time.
There you go.
It's a miracle.
God works in
Just like
mysterious
you said.
ways.
Yep.
Mysterious Protestant ways.
I'm gonna while I'm signing the guest book, I'm gonna try and sneak a peek at the names of the people who are also in that other room.
Oh, you can just see it. It's the name is Mortimer Allen, and he's been here for the past 3 days.
Mortimer Allen.
Mortimer Allen.
What's our innkeeper's name?
Her name is. She says, "My name is Rosemary."
Rosemary. I heard a most fascinating story as we stopped to wet our whistle after getting off the train about an accident in the sawmill with Mr. Henson.
Oh, poor Mr. Henson. Yes, the Reverend just healed him right up. We were all very worried about him.
And he made a complete recovery?
Complete recovery. He's back at work if my understanding is correct.
Fascinating stuff.
The good Lord provides.
That he
Amen.
does.
Amen.
We'll head up to our rooms, I guess.
Okay. You guys unpack your bags and
Yeah.
whatnot. What do you guys want to do after that?
Does this hotel have a restaurant?
It does not.
There's probably several. There's probably one anywhere up and down the street there.
I was thinking about going for a walk and just wandering by that house where that one was sunning herself.
You would.
Okay, so the rest of you are going to go get food, and Outback Jack is going to make an excuse to.
No, I was just wondering.
Oh, what time of day is it?
We'll say it's about mid-afternoon, so around 3 or 4.
Around 3 or 4?
Yeah.
About how long do you think it would take us to get to the sawmill on foot? Since apparently We don't have a car.
It's on the outskirts of town. It's like a mile away, so it'll take about 20 minutes to walk. This is a very small town.
Yeah, I see that.
This
Um,
is a main street town.
so what do you think? You want to talk to Mr. Henson, Ella? Ella says yes.
Okay. What would everybody else like to do? Outback Jack, are you still going to that one house?
I'm just gonna go through a walk around town and happen to walk by there and
Okay.
see if anything sticks out at me.
Or from you.
If anything's, yeah.
Well, I'll be Mr. Outback Jack. Is that a rifle in your pocket?
Nope, just a 45.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Oh,
Leo, what are you doing? Are you gonna go with?
I suppose I should go with Jack to keep him in line.
Oh, you can do that, or you can go with Woodrow.
Prevent the Alan Moore situation.
Okay. So Outback Jack, you are. I guess you're leading.
Yep, just going for a nice little walk there. Don't let the potential prey on to the fact that I might be stalking them.
Man, we're just trying to see if she's a serpent person or not. Please.
Hold on. Has
Please.
Outback? Before you get into that, has Outback Jack stated that's what he's doing?
No, I didn't tell you what else did. I just said I'm going for a walk, and I'll
That's
be
what I
back.
thought. All right, so Leo, you're walking with him.
Actually, to tell you the truth, walking with him would be metagaming. I thought he had said he was going there.
I didn't.
I'm
Okay.
going with the other guys then.
All right.
I don't like his company.
That's why I asked. That's what I wanted
I don't-
clarification.
I
If he
don't
was
like
going to actually, if I knew he was doing something useful, I would go. But I'll be going with Ella and Woodrow.
Okay. Outback Jack, you are able to walk around town and somehow find that one house. The woman is, as you get closer, you still see that the woman is up on the roof, and she is naked. She is in her mid-50s,
Sorry.
and she is on the roof sunbathing.
As I'm walking by, do I get the whiff of reptile nearby?
No, you don't. You don't get the whiff of reptile nearby.
What are you, Wolverine or something?
I'm trying to Wolverine.
I sniff the air.
This is why he hung out in the woods for 3 days. I'm trying to get that reptile scent.
I think their disguise is, includes odor.
Outback Jack didn't figure this out.
Pheromones.
All right. Well, with that, then we'll go for the old, just gonna observe her from a safe.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to bail on that, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just gonna keep an eye on her from a secure distance.
All right, you're creeping.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys are heading to the lumber mill on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys,
I'm bringing Ella with me. Oh, this is so exciting. Got a man. All of his bones were broken.
Leo, you're also with them.
Yeah.
You guys head out to the outskirts, and you guys start to get some like really nasty smell in your mouth. or in your mouth and your nose, and it's because you guys passed by a tannery. And
well, it's too bad the Outback Jack didn't pass by that tannery. Maybe you could pick up a few pointers on how to actually make a bell.
And then it's about a eighth of a mile later, you guys get to the lumber mill. You guys can see it from. Excuse me. You guys can see it from the town. This is a very flat and like all the buildings are pretty low. It's a pretty flat place. All the buildings are pretty low. So you guys get to the lumber mill, where everybody is busy at work. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is Mr. Henson around?
Hold on one moment. And the foreman, I'm guessing you guys go to the foreman and ask this. The foreman shouts behind him, "Hey, Henson! Henson, you got some visitors." Man comes into view. He looks kind of like a stereotypical lumberjack. He's in a checkered shirt.
He's okay.
Yeah, he looks pretty all right. He's a well-built guy.
Wearing high heels, suspenders, and a bra.
Slept all day.
Hold on, wait. You both are talking at the same time. Say that again.
We both made the same joke.
All right.
Mr. Henson, those are some damn fine high heels.
What?
This is an ex-parrot.
Heels.
Oh.
Look, just because the man likes first wildflowers does not.
Oh, Mr. Henson, I thought you were so butch.
He says, "How can I help you guys? I've never met you before. Do I know you?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Reverend Woodrow Ingram. I'm from back east, by way of Mississippi.
Okay.
Mississippi is east of Oklahoma.
Yeah, but usually you say back east, they think you Mid-Atlantic or New York or something like that. Yeah, I heard a most curious story, and I hate to take you away from your work. I'm sure it's very important, and you need the money, but it seems like the foreman was okay. I'm really looking into your miraculous recovery.
Oh, that. Oh, well. I was working here at the mill, and a bunch of timber fell on me, and my pelvis was crushed, and my spine was broken.
Oh, tragic!
No one thought that I would live, let alone walk again. It's oddly enough, he's been standing really still the whole time, but once he says like walk again, he like kind of twitches, like in a kind of strange way. He says, "Yeah, the Reverend prayed over my unconscious form, or over my unconscious body, and a miracle occurred. Now I'm more agile than ever."
Fascinating. Praise the Lord.
Amen.
I'm going to step a little bit to the side to kind of obscure Leo a little bit.
And I will take my reading. 58 out of 65.
You don't get a reading off of him.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, do you have any memory at all of what the Reverend did, or you were completely unconscious?
I was completely unconscious. I was in a coma for a few days, as a matter of fact.
And how long ago was this?
This is about, let me think, 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
3 months
2 months ago. 2 months ago. That's right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Fascinating. The Reverend must really be a powerful man.
Oh well, he is. Have you been to any of the services yet?
Oh no, I've heard there's a special one tonight though.
Oh, did you just get into town?
Oh yeah, just got into town.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. Heard him on the radio. Decided to come and see him in person. See if I could pick up a couple of pointers to take back to my own congregation.
Oh well, yeah, that's it's a pretty good idea. He's since he started spreading the good news on the radio, he's been drawing a lot of people here.
I've heard.
Yeah, he's a really great guy. I've never seen somebody so courageous. I mean, the way that he handles those rattlesnakes is just
he's
astounding.
A snake handler.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't seen that since I was a boy.
Well, if you have a chance to go tonight, I definitely would go down to the first church.
Absolutely. You're gonna be there, Mr. Henson?
I'm one of the devoted faithful.
Absolutely. Perhaps we can continue this conversation after the service.
Isn't handling snakes a little dangerous?
Not for the Reverend.
He doesn't get bit. Does anybody else handle him?
Every now and then, somebody is chosen from the crowd, and nobody has been bit.
Weird. Have you ever done it?
I have not. I'm kind of afraid of snakes myself. To be honest. I keep my distance when the good Reverend is doing that part.
One can hardly blame you. It sounds like the snake handling is a big responsibility to shoulder.
Well, we'll let you get back to your work. I'm sure you have some things you need to take care of before that quitting time comes.
Oh well, actually, I have to thank you. Now is my break time, but yeah, it was nice talking to you all. And he heads outside and he lights a cigarette.
Hey, before you go, is there anybody else that he's miraculously done it, cured, or anything?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me think. Let's see. Well, old Harry Mathewson, he was almost blind until the Reverend touched his eyes. Now he sees as good as you or I. He works on down over at the barber shop. He sweeps the hair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. What do you say? You in the mood for a haircut, Leo?
Yeah, I'm looking a little shaggy.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, no problem. And he takes the drag off of his cigarette.
Oh, I wanted to get that for him.
Fuck communism.
What about fuck communism lighter?
You don't have psychology, do you?
I do. Would you like me to roll it?
Someone should.
All right. I'll make a psychology roll. What am I looking for exactly?
See if he was bullshitting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get a... Yeah, that's a pass. Normal.
He wasn't bullshitting.
Man seems to be forthright to me.
Let's go, sweet. Get a haircut.
Let's go talk about this man. We got a regular, Jesus guy. Is there any way to for me to consult my vast knowledge of the occult to see if there's any type of healing associated with Yig? To see if we're actually dealing with a manifestation of that power and not just regular old faith healing.
It would be a Cthulhu Mythos roll for that.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I can spend luck on it too, right? Just in case.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. That's normal.
Okay. The gods, well, especially those gods, are strange beings that are capable of many abilities and many things and many blessings. You don't know for sure if this is some faith healing or if the guy has been, I don't know, influenced by Yig or something like that.
Okay.
It could very well be possible that he has been influenced by a god of some sort.
But I would also be able to correlate that with serpent legends and stuff like that. Serpents being symbols of renewal, since they shed their skin and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there,
Leo thinks that faith healing is bullshit because he's a good Catholic.
If you've only seen the things I've seen, Leo.
is there anything that Ella wanted to ask George Henson?
I was with them.
You
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, you were volunteered.
Yeah, you were volunteered.
You could
Unless you want to watch the nude sunbather with
I
Alan
don't
Moore.
mind being with you guys. I just didn't know I was. I had to step away for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of figured you'd want to go talk to the guy who is miraculously healed.
No, Ella's actually just been watching him. Like, since they said his moves weirdly.
Yeah, he's very still, but every now and then he'll like jerk. Like, I guess, hold on, let me turn on my camera for a second. Like, he's just really still, and like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, like his entire body will just jerk.
You should make a kinesics roll.
I don't think I actually have anything I can roll to help with that, though. And I have anthropology, but I don't think that's going to help me with this.
And now we're walking toward the barber shop because apparently the Reverend also cured a man of blindness.
Okay.
All right, so we'll cut back to Outback Jack, who has been spotted by the woman on the roof.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't get a stealth roll on that.
This is like daylight. How?
No, I'm just sitting there whittling.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
Whittling.
Yeah.
Just whittling.
Yeah.
Just whittling while I stare.
In fact, her house is directly across from the barber shop, so he's sitting next to the other old guy whittling.
Hold on, we'll get to that.
Let's see. I'm going to spend 20 points to make that.
Jesus.
Okay. So the woman turns around, almost sees you, but you duck into some bushes right as she turns. And she's gone by the time that you come up and look around again. Who is there are the three of your companions coming back from the lumber mill. And they see you just in the bushes, or in like some bushes.
Ella just keeps walking.
Well, burn my biscuits, as they say, as the Yanks say.
I have never said that once in my life.
Really? That's one other thing you Yanks say. Anyway, I was your constitutional.
Why were you in a tree?
Oh, we was Outback Jack.
Yeah,
I'm
you guys have
gonna-
just ran into Outback Jack. He is in some bushes or a tree or something.
Bush, whatever.
He was- yeah.
I
Why
don't
are
even
you
question
playing
that.
Rambles?
I figure he's like trying to skin a ladybug or something.
I mean, I was
Everybody,
just gonna
hold
ignore him,
on.
but he
The
started.
three of you roll knowledge rolls or intelligence.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wood.
I passed.
That's normal.
You guys
I
are
pass
able to.
extreme.
You guys are able to deduce. It was supposed to be an idea roll. I'm sorry. You guys are able to deduce that he is directly in front of the house where you guys saw the woman earlier. Those of you who saw the woman from the train.
You hound. Get out of those bushes, Sean Spicer.
Don't leave him there. I don't want to be seen with him.
Well, the bird I was watching disappeared. So yeah, well,
How do you even live with yourself, man?
on a bed made of bear skins.
Embarrassed skins are more like it. Dropped as a
Outback-
child.
Outback Jack, they feel no embarrassing, except when his prey gets away.
I'm getting a haircut.
Okay.
I should have kept walking. That's what Ella thinks. She's leaving him.
Do you guys tell Outback Jack that's where you're headed, or do you
No.
guys continue walking? All right.
No.
All right. Outback Jack, what are you doing as they continue walking?
All right, can I try and pick up the old lady, the old lady's trail? They gotta find out if she's a snake person. Gotta
She
figure
went
that out.
back in her house.
Aha! Windows. Is she near the windows?
You mean aha?
Is she sitting down to eat a whole plate of eggs?
All right. Roll spot hidden.
Woo! I made that.
Fail.
Well, she also sees you staring at her through the window, and she runs over to her phone.
Ah, crud.
Cheese it.
It's the buzz.
Oh,
Robot house.
I'm gonna go get myself a haircut at that
All right.
barber shop nearby, away from this. Well, Outback Jack needs a shave.
So, you guys passed the barber shop when you guys were headed to the lumber yard from the hotel. So you guys are able to find it. It's about 2 blocks south of the hotel.
Okay.
You guys enter the barber shop, and a doorbell or like a bell rings above your head, signaling your guys' entrance. And a man comes from like a back room. He sees the three of you, and he grabs a apron from one of the chairs and he like fans it out. He says, "All right, I can do one of you gents first. Ma'am, I'm gonna have to apologize, but my wife is not well at present, but she'll be taking bookings as soon as she's recovered."
I'm just here for company. Your wife's sick. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay. I have complete faith that the pastor will be able to heal her as he has so many other people in our town.
What a
He is
coincidence.
quite the miracle worker.
That's why we're here. I wanted to get a haircut so we look good for tonight's service.
Oh, that's great.
We also hear that there's somebody on your staff who is also blessed with the Reverend's miraculous healing.
Oh, Harry, and then he like motions with his like head, or he leans over and like looks to his left to a man who's dozing in another chair. He's kind of a heavy-set guy. He has gray hair. His shirt is unbuttoned and his belt slightly loosened, exposing a swollen belly. And a broom leans on the wall beside him. He's snoring. He goes, "Yeah, that's Harry." He was blind for quite some time, and then the Reverend was able to heal him a few weeks ago, and he asked me for a job, and I couldn't help but give it to him, even though I don't really need the sweeping, but I'd like to help out somebody in need.
Well, that makes you a goodly man, Barber.
Oh, thank you, sir. So he'll be first, and he fans out the apron again.
I'll go first.
All right. He asks you to get in the chair. He puts the apron over you and puts the paper tissue around your neck. He asks, what'll it be, sir?
Oh, I look like Rudolph Valentino, man.
Okay. He says, and he starts getting to work.
So let me ask you a question. This guy, Harry, right, was blind for a long time.
Yep.
And the Reverend just healed him a couple weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't the Reverend heal him before that?
I'm not quite entirely sure.
The Reverend's been around for a while, right?
He has been, but recently he went on a bit of a, I don't know, I guess a spiritual journey would be the best way to put it. A few months ago, he announced that he would go off into the wilderness, and he does the quotation marks, to go off into the wilderness like Jesus did, and he just one day just walks south into the unknown, and or off into the woods and the plains. We didn't see him again for, was it 40 days, right? That's how long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when he came back, he was like a new man again.
That's pretty cool, because in the Bible, Jesus was tempted by the serpent, right?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not the best Bible. I'm not the best Bible reader. I do attend service, but I've been a bit lacking in my time with the good book.
Oh, you should try to read it cover to cover. I mean, it's fascinating stuff in there.
So it was when he came back that he was able to do this miracle. That sounds pretty cool.
Guys, roll spot hidden for me real quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay, those that make it.
That's extreme.
You guys notice that the guy that's snoring, as he opens his mouth, it widens a little bit more than it naturally should.
Mm-hmm.
I take out my detector from under my apron.
Mm-hmm.
Pointed at him.
Is you wearing an apron?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're getting a
I
haircut.
get my hair cut. Yeah. Kind of have it so I can see the light, but the guy cutting my hair can't. That is a hard pass. 31.
For some odd reason, you were not able to get a reading from him.
I think my machine is broke.
Or he just has a really big mouth.
Or he ain't a snake.
Does he smell like a reptile?
Are you guys all saying this in front of the barber?
Absolutely not.
I'm not saying this aloud. I'm asking if my character smells reptile.
No, you don't smell any reptile in the room.
Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, bub.
Yep, bub.
He finishes off Leo's haircut, and he beckons Woodrow. Says, "You next."
Sure.
Says, what'll it be?
Thin out the sides for me. Give me a little bit of a shave too, if you don't mind.
Hey,
Oh, of course.
You should probably get that guy to do his job, right?
He looks down at the ground and goes, "Well, that is quite a bit of hair, isn't it?" He nudges the sleeping guy. Harry. And the guy like wakes up for a second. Huh? 5 more minutes, and he goes like right back to sleep. He goes, and he just starts laughing. Jeez, only wakes up to eat.
What's the temperature like in the room?
It's
Sweltering, I'm sure.
yeah, it's summer in Oklahoma, so it's pretty hot.
During the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, it's pretty hot. He trims up your hair. Is there anything that you want to ask him?
Tell me about the snake handling. When did that start?
Well, he's Reverend's always been a bit of a snake handler. That's always been a part of his services.
Interesting. And he went off on this retreat, 40 days in the wilderness, comes back and can miraculously heal people.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange thing.
Who gave him the idea to go on the radio?
That was his own idea, actually, and it's quite a good one, I would have to say.
Seems to be drawing a lot of people to the town.
Yeah, he might have gotten the idea from I don't know, maybe some preachers out east. I don't know. Do they have anyone like that in your neck of the woods?
Oh yeah. A few here and there. Tell me about the service tonight. The Miss Rosemary over at the inn was saying that it's special.
Well, all services are special.
Well, I mean, this one in particular.
It's just another nighttime service. I think Rosemary was just kind of talking up the sermon. She's a bit of one of the more fanatical devotees, I would have to say.
Ah, right on. That's understandable. It's understandable. Anybody else get miraculously healed by the good Reverend?
Well, have you met or have you visited George Henson down at the lumberyard?
Delightful man, very friendly.
Okay. How about what is his name again? How about Bill and Pearl Schoenbaum, town blacksmith?
No, that's a new one on me.
Actually, you guys recall seeing a blacksmith's smithy next to the house where the woman was sunbathing in. I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
Interesting.
What happened to the Schoenbaums?
Oh well, Pearl had just the worst skin condition for the longest time. I don't know what the right word for it is. I'm not a medical man. But it was a really painful skin condition. And a few weeks ago, the Reverend laid his healing touch upon her, and now she looks so wonderful. So much so that her husband Bill just gotten really jealous and just keeps her locked up indoors. Family doesn't even come to church anymore.
Whoa. That backfired, huh?
Well, at least she's healed. At least she's doing better. But yeah, I guess the Reverend did lose three of his flock.
Oh, they have a kid?
Yeah. And it's Bill, Pearl, and Susie, her daughter Susie.
Now, We met this guy earlier at the tavern.
Oh, good old Maurice.
Is he the drunk guy?
Oh, no, Maurice is the bartender. You're talking about Hilliard.
Yeah. What a character, huh?
Yeah, I would stay away from that guy. He's kind of a bit crazy, I would say.
Yeah, he was saying that he got all pissed off because his friend got healed.
Yeah, I don't know why that would upset him so much, but that's none of my business.
He just snapped, huh?
Seems so. He just spends all of his time down at that saloon now. Damn
Was
shame.
Yeah, was he? I mean, he and George seemed like they were like buddies beforehand, huh?
I guess so. I mean, they were coworkers. Was it they? Yeah, I used to see them often down at the saloon.
Oh,
I wouldn't call them. Yeah, every now and then. I wouldn't call them extremely close, but yeah, they got along well.
Interesting. Things people do.
He finishes up Woodrow's haircut. He beckons out back Jack. He says, "Oh, you're going to be my last. I'm going to have to get ready after this. There's the services in about an hour and a half. What'll it be?"
Just a shave, mate.
Oh, that's easy then. And he flicks his blade across the strap, sharpens it, straightens the blade out, and gives you a quick shave. Quick but good shave.
Yes.
And he says, "Well, I'll see you all later tonight, I guess."
Yeah, you might see us there. Sounds like this would be a crowded affair.
It's usually most of the town shows up.
Except for that Hilliard guy. What a jackass.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what's up with him, but that's none of my business.
And when's the service in relation to what time it is now?
You guys have about 45 minutes.
Okay.
You guys can go back and get ready or put on your Sunday best if you want to.
I'm wearing my Sunday best.
Okay.
My Sunday best is my Tuesday best.
Come as you are.
All right, so you guys go down to the church.
Sure.
You guys start heading down, and you guys see that there's the streets are way more active. No, not paved in gold. They're way more active than they were before. There's people all heading towards the same direction.
I smell snakes.
Yeah.
Don't get him started.
Can we find out where Harry lives?
You did not find out.
Dang it. Can we ask the bartender?
You mean the barber?
Our way back out. Well, I was thinking that some of us go to the.
Somebody talk to Hilliard.
No, and somebody break into one of these guys' houses, one of the healed people, snoop around while we know they're at church.
Where's the parsonage?
Probably attached to the church or next to the church.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like preacher. He lives in the back of the church.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He doesn't have his own house.
Well, I mean, if he's up front doing the service, we're already here. Somebody could slip into his chambers.
I'll be able to give a crack at that.
How's your stealth and your investigation, or whatever it is?
I have very high stealth and spot hidden. Above
You're the
60.
man.
How's your locksmith?
Non-existent.
Figures it wouldn't be.
I can go with him. I've got a 41.
Oh, you're better at it than me then. But how's your stealth?
42. I mean, I'd spend luck on both of those, but unless I really fuck them up. I don't have to really stealth it, though. I mean, I just really need to open it up for him. I don't need to go with him.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably have to like slip in through a window or something rather than crack a door. Because
Yeah, if he can do that, then I wouldn't even have to go with him.
True.
All right.
So whose house do you want to sneak into?
He wants to sneak into the pastor's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pastor's living quarters.
Yep. Probably an open window in the back. I can just slip circuitously into.
Yeah, it's hot. They probably keep them open all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. How much later do you guys want to keep playing? Because I know it's like almost midnight where you guys are. Or where
we
most
can-
of you are.
How much longer would the sermon and the and searching his room take?
Not that long.
All right, let's do the sermon and Outback Jack's adventures in his house.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I have to use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
We will play.
So that means combat.
Combat.
Ooh.
Pooping.
He said not much longer.
Lock and
He
load.
didn't say combat longer.
Hey, we could be fighting the preacher. You could go out with snake hands.
Preacher's gonna preach.
God damn it.
I was hoping to get snakes to sticks.
The whole congregation turns into a forest. I'm wondering if my thing isn't working because like they're being prepped to be replaced.
Yeah, they haven't fully been replaced yet.
Yeah.
Or maybe it only works like in a later stage of the transformation.
If it's a transformation, I thought it was a replacement situation. Where they kill the guy and replace them, but maybe it's a transformation.
Or maybe it's plot that won't allow it to work.
Yeah, maybe we outsmarted the keeper of the device to detect serpent people.
What's
It wouldn't be the keeper we outsmarted, it would be the authors.
yeah.
Well, it is weird science.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would have thought my hunting
Why I
skill.
didn't allow it in masks for this exact reason. Shortcut time.
Well, I'd say that shortcut's been nipped a little bit in the bud. Well, see, the detector works on snakes just fine. Snake people, not so much. But from my heart, from my hands, why don't people understand my intentions?
I keep wondering when there will be a scene where I guess walk up in a trench coat and yell, "Snake!"
I'm just disturbed by the fact you keep making those weird noises, and all of them sound lewd.
All right, combat over.
We win.
You guys win. Cthulhu dies. You all get 100 Cthulhu mythos. You become people like, goddamn, what the fuck is his name?
Carl Sanford.
No. The guy who was a good guy. August Derleth wrote about him.
Nodens.
The guy who, oh, god damn it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He had his eyes taken out because he like went insane, so he poked his eyes out, and then he became some bigwig mythos investigator. Whatever, doesn't matter. You guys don't actually win. You guys all die.
The opposite of that.
All right. So it's my understanding the three of you are going to go to the service while Outback Jack goes snooping in the back.
Yep.
All right. Outback Jack, how long are you going to wait in the bushes before heading in there?
You should definitely wait for a couple of hallelujahs.
Yeah, we'll start waiting until we start hearing the preaching words coming out there.
All right. So we're going to place you in the bushes and everybody else goes inside. All right. The three of you go inside of the church. It's a white painted building with a spire. You guys notice outside that the sign just says the First Church. Beneath those words is an outline of Christ the Redeemer, which you guys can determine was probably like pried off at one point. Because there's still like the outline. You know what I'm trying to say? Like there's
Yeah. The sun bleached the rest of the sign except for the letters, and the letters have been taken off.
So now it just simply reads the First Church. The church is a white painted building with a spire. As you guys head inside, it's pretty much like any old regular church. There's a lectern at the very front for a bunch of rows of pews.
You know, you'd think that the local talent in this bird would take specific letters, so it would read like Christ the Redeemer or something. No imagination. Welcome to Oklahoma.
In the rear corner stands a low table and some small chairs. And people are starting to fill the pews up. You guys can see a man in clerical clothing at the very front talking with some parishioners. And then he turns to the congregation and says, everybody be seated, let us begin. He opens up his book and he begins to read from the Bible. He says a few sermons. Well, let's get back to Outback Jack.
Ah, yes.
Outback, you are out in the bushes, looking at the building. You're starting to hear the congregation say a few amens. When suddenly the window from the parsonage opens. It opens and two people in their late teens, a boy and a girl, exit. They leave. They pop out of the window. The boy is holding what looks like a bottle of clear liquid, or like a glass bottle of clear liquid with a rag sticking out of the top. He takes a lighter out of his hand, lights the rag, and throws it at the building, into the window, and a burst of flame comes out the window and starts engulfing the parsonage. Those of you in the church, or what are you going to do, Outback Jack?
Well, I'm going to. There's a question. Do I go after the boy, or do I try to avoid incrimination? I'm going to avoid incrimination. Just walk right into the church.
You're going to walk into the church?
The church is going to be on fire.
All right.
The flames have spread to the congregation part, though, by the time I get in there, because I was looking at this innocent guy came in late as the fire started.
Well, as the innocent guy come in late, you start as you open the doors, you see smoke coming from the back, and everybody has started panicking.
Okay.
Those of you inside, you see the smoke coming from the back, and people start panicking in the pews.
The Reverend, what the hell did he do?
The Reverend looks confused for a moment, turns around, and says, "Everybody outside now."
Is there a well nearby?
There is a well nearby.
All right, I go up, grab a bucket of water, and come rushing towards. Bucket of water coming through! Bucket of water coming through!
Somebody grabs it from you immediately and starts handing it down a line of people.
Yep.
And there is now a line of water being passed down to the building.
We'll join the line.
All right. Eventually, you guys are able to put out this fire after some pretty hard work.
I glared daggers at Outback Jack in mouth. What the fuck did you do?
What do you say, Outback?
I say, there were two kids. You should talk to them afterwards.
Where did they go?
Out of the way.
You're the mighty hunter.
Once again,
Mighty Hunter.
Corner.
I know what they look like. Part from the town. We can find them.
The Mighty Hunter.
Leo, why is your forehead red?
Outback Jack, you were able to see the kids. They were like they jumped in, or they ran into the bushes towards like a babbling brook that you could hear.
All right.
Babble.
I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna say, come with me. I'm gonna see if I can get the scent of them.
There's that wandering accent again.
Can you just track them? Can you just not smell them? Can you just track them? Can you look for stool and footprints and maybe lighter fluid or whatever it is?
Know that?
So are all of you having this conversation aside from the water line, or are some of you still on the water line?
I'm actually just looking around since he's wasting time. Always trying to see what you can see.
Go find them. Go.
It's been 19 points to make that track roll.
Okay.
So do I get the trail?
Yeah. It goes into the brook. And then the trail goes, or you can find the trail. It goes to paved road. It's on the outskirt of town. It's right behind the church. It's like a block behind the church, and then that's where you lose their trail because it's now on paved road.
Ah, crap!
Just have to ask around. You got a
tire track.
Tire
tracks at all?
Nope, no tire tracks.
Tell me you got a good look at them.
I got a good look at them.
You got a good look at them, so you can recognize them if you see them again.
Yeah. At least he didn't tell you got a good whiff of them. To me, that's just weird. Like, really, that's just like, are all Australians like this? Because this is just weird.
They smelled like gasoline. It was the darndest thing.
They smelled of blasphemy.
You smell faintly of incompetence, but we keep you around.
Hey, I am the apex predator.
Right.
Then
Well, if you're the apex predator, all your prey has nothing to worry about.
come on, Acme. Let's go and find the others.
Yeah, hey, it was
As a matter of fact, I'm going to start calling him Wile E. Coyote,
Super genius.
the apex predator.
Hey, it was a choice between chasing after them and going with the he said she said local cop believes them story, or make sure that no one suspects that I that fired that building.
Wait, why didn't you just not get caught? Follow them, but don't let them see you. You don't have to alert anybody.
That idea did not occur to me at the time.
Jesus, you call yourself an apex predator.
Humans get confusing sometimes. It's not always clear when not to kill them. It gets confusing sometimes.
Yes, it is. It's always clear when not to kill them. You don't ever kill them unless they're trying to kill you. It's simple.
You would think so, but
No, I don't think. I know it is.
Hey, I found the trail.
I'm going back to the hotel. Stop.
All right, we can still find them.
I'm not listening anymore. La 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 la.
As you guys are having this conversation, or as you're finishing this off, and you're walking away, Ella, the Reverend or the flames have been extinguished. Smoke still rises from the wreckage of the building, which is now a bunch of burnt cinders. The Reverend attends to his flock, and he states, "We will not let this act of hatred stop us from having our services. Let us have it out here, open in the air, as our Lord once did." And then, as he says this, people start lining up chairs in the street as if they were like a row of pews. And he says, "We can have our services out here. It's just as good as the church. This is the house of God, after all. This whole planet is." And once he says that, a couple of people bring out a wooden crate, and they set it at the feet of the Reverend, and they open the top. The Reverend reaches down into the crate, and he holds up 2 rattlesnakes that just sit in his hands, pretty. I don't know. They're calm and collected. They're not angry at all. He invites volunteers to step forward and do likewise. He says, "See how God has blessed me, for I am not bitten."
Oh, I am all over this.
Okay. So you go forward?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So you come up to the snakes, and he says, "My new friend," and he hands you the snake. All right, roll a sanity and a luck roll, or combined sanity and luck roll.
Combined sand and luck.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, that's over 100%.
Just average. I average the 2 of them.
Okay.
Right, Steve, or did I have that wrong?
No, you just have to make the lower of the 2.
Okay.
Oh, the lower of the 2? Okay. Yeah, normal success.
Okay. You avoid being bitten, and you're able to handle the snake.
Can I get out my meter while he's doing that?
Yeah. This serves as a perfect distraction.
I point it at the Reverend first.
Okay.
And that is an extreme success. No, it's a hard. It's 1 above an extreme.
Okay. It doesn't give off a reading.
Then I pointed at the snake. And that is a regular success.
The snake gives you a reading.
Motherfucker.
Does anybody else come forward to handle the snake or anything?
I believe I have a fear of snakes, so no.
Yeah.
Thanks, Leo.
I'll give that a shot.
Okay.
You don't see me handling them.
So
I'm
do
just detecting them.
Do a sanity or luck or whatever one's lower. Probably your sanity at this point.
Actually, it's my luck at this point.
Okay. Everyone else is now like speaking in tongues and getting kind of like ecstatic.
Oh, I failed that.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Roll a con roll for me and let me know what type of success you got.
That's a regular success.
So,
All right.
Wes, hold on. Wes, did you fail both your luck and your sanity roll, or just your luck roll?
Oh, I was supposed to roll 2 rolls, or I was supposed to roll
No,
one
you
roll?
combine them with one roll, but it's possible that you would have failed your luck roll and passed your sanity roll on what you rolled.
Oh, on what I rolled, I passed my sanity roll, but failed the luck roll.
There you go.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like just a time saver. Really.
Okay, I wasn't clear on how that worked.
All right. You remain calm. You've handled snakes before.
Yep.
This is like no big deal to you. But every now and then, somebody does come forward, and they take a hold of the snake, and they get bit, and they fall to the ground writhing, and the Reverend describes those who are bitten as suffering God's divine justice.
Are these poisonous snakes or just?
These are rattlesnakes. These
Ah,
are
that's
definitely, yeah.
You got bit by one.
That's not good at all.
rattler poison.
Ella is no longer comfortable being here. Because these people aren't trying to help these people either, are they?
No.
Yeah, she's probably like not okay right now because nobody's trying to help people, and it's clear that they're not okay.
They're writhing and frothing at the mouth.
Why is nobody doing anything? They're dying.
Keep it together, Ella. Keep it together. You don't want to be on that list of
Some people that get bit.
What's the Reverend doing during all this?
He is he's also handling snakes. He has 2 in his hands the entire time. There's a crate though. Sorry, I just stuttered that. Hold on. There's a crate.
What's there?
Eventually this winds down. Those that were bitten are taken to their homes, and a doctor starts attending to those that were bit. You guys can deduce that there's only one town doctor, so he has his work cut out for him for the next few hours. But yeah, it's everybody packs up. All the chairs are packed up, and services are over.
How ruined is the parsonage?
Oh, that place is gone. It has been wrecked. The church is pretty much gone. They're going to need to rebuild. I'll tell you what. You can sift through some of the wreckage
That's what I would
if you
ask.
would like to. All right.
Sure, I'd like to sift through some wreckage too.
I guess
Yeah,
we'll
why
do
not?
that. Wow. I failed the heck out of that spot hidden. Rolled 99.
I make mine.
Make a
Okay.
spot hidden. Normal.
You
Normal
guys,
as well.
find, you guys find a lot of like burned. Everything has been burned essentially. If there were books, they're burned beyond all recognition. All the furniture's gone. Everything is gone. Does anybody have like any forensic skills or anything like that? No, I don't think so. Oh, okay.
Just Ella's boyfriend.
That was Benny's
Actually-
department.
Ellen, you didn't get forensics by osmosis or anything?
Wouldn't you
No, I
guys?
just picked up human like stuff.
I'm not sure. Yeah, you guys. Okay. You guys can smell like burnt gasoline. Like that's a distinct smell, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. It's like a burnt. There's a really bad burnt gasoline smell. What you guys are able to find are a lot of like cans of food.
Okay.
Huh?
But they've been expired for several months.
Hope nobody's been eating this.
No, H.P. Lovecraft's house.
It's probably just a food drive they had.
Well, they're gonna get a
And-
surprise in a few
And everybody
months.
just emptied their cupboards with all the crap they feared opening.
For some reason, there are a lot of like roll a knowledge roll for me, everybody.
That's
I-
pass.
You guys are okay. You guys are able to find like the springs and like snares for like mouse traps, like the metal pieces of the mouse trap. There's a surprising amount for what this would be.
Any of them had, I don't know.
And it's there's some skeletons. How about that? There's some charred ass skeletons in some of them.
Interesting.
Oh,
Hey, do you know what snakes eat besides eggs?
nice.
He does have a crate of rattlesnakes. But I'm under the impression they prefer their food live.
Or dead by their hand, so to speak?
Yes.
Or the church could have had a mouse problem.
Indeed. Not an awful lot of mouse food out here.
No, there isn't.
And that's where we'll leave it for the night.
Right on. Well, everybody, thanks for watching, and thanks for listening, and thanks for playing. Oh, I'm punch drunk. We'll see you next time. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night,
Good
Gracie.
night, Gracie.